Now that's more like it. Hey, good evening. I'm here. It is 12:35 on Tuesday, June 25th. We're back with more Final Fantasy XIV. This should be the final A Realm Reborn stream. We have 4 main story quests left, 1 side quest that I want to do. And, yeah. It's been a long road, a road that started in, what, like January or February of last year? And now a year and a half later, I'm almost finally done with The Realm Reborn. And, yeah, there's not a whole lot to say. I do have some stuff I want to talk about, like real life stuff, but I'm going to save that for tomorrow. I'm going to do a ramble tomorrow. Tonight, I just wanted to get into this. Tonight is the long-awaited hour and a half of cutscenes, among other things. So, we're going to have time tonight. And I will, in fact, be making popcorn. Okay. Still dropping a few frames, but nowhere near as bad as before. I attempted this once a few minutes ago, and it was another bad night of frame drop, and I don't know what causes that. I think it's something to do with 14 taking up bandwidth as well. But yeah, I'm not sure. It seems to be okay now. At the very least, it's not dropping nearly as many frames, so we should be good. Anyway, we're here. We are here now, just like Neil Breen, and we're gonna engage the next MSQ. But when I go back to Ul'dah, because that's inevitably where we're going here, I'm gonna do the side quest. So we'll just kind of wedge it in there instead of making time for it now. Ah, Ayla, wee woo, wee woo. Ugh. So last time we beat a dragon. We found our dead companion in the water, and we helped Tataru find her calling. Something like that. Oh, and Moonbreeda died. Rip. That sucked. You've done nothing but play this game today? Yeah, I wish I could do that. I wish I had time to do side stuff. While others look forward to the impending royal banquet, Minfilia cannot help but look to the past. So I'm assuming these first 2 quests are going to be kind of wordy, too, so not necessarily going to be, blasting through to the main part yet. Though recent events have weighed heavily on our minds, we must needs set them aside for now. We are come to a defining moment in Eorzean history. The grand commemoration of our joint defense of Ishgard. Okay, no, that Star Advance is not on. The first time in 15 long years that our people have stood side by side with our neighbors to the north to fight in common cause. This may mark the true rebirth of the Eorzean alliance. Failing that, it should be at very least served to bring our nations closer together. I don't know why I said secure there. Adjust the volume a bit. It is a little low. Finally got the mount from the extreme version of the Endwalker final boss after trying for it ever since that fight came out, and got Samurai to level 87. Might hit 90 tonight while watching. Nice. Yeah, I guess there's really no point in partying up tonight. I'm probably not going to be doing any actual fighting. We have every reason to raise our voices in celebration, do we not? We have bested the Dravanians and Ossians both. Against desperate odds, we have fought and won. But the Primals still plague us, and the Empire still plots our subjugation. And our triumphs, remarkable though they are, were brought at a terrible price. Brave adventurers and allies, broken on the steps of faith, and before our eyes in this very ruin, our dear friend Moonbreeda. This is the victory we have wrought, and it is still as bitter ashes in my mouth. I would sooner stay here than invite those with more appetite to enjoy the feast in my stead. Alas, it is a royal banquet, and all of our allies will be in attendance. It is our duty to present a united front, that we may serve as a beacon of hope to all. I never bought the Allegan costume, and there's no point right now, because I'm going to switch jobs when I move to the Heaven's Ward anyway. It seems I have no choice but to take my own advice. In fact, I went and I bought the Monk and the Bard Allegan weapons, just to be ready for when I have to level them up. I instructed the others to meet us in Ul'dah, that we might make our grand entrance together. Unfortunately, I had to settle for leaving Tatu and Lami in a note. If they do not return quickly, they will have to settle for whatever leftovers I could smuggle out of the fragrant chamber. It's called fragrant chamber because it smells like farts. The Sultana is a notorious non-bather. Off to the big soiree, Shozai? Where's a glass for me, eh? Or not. You don't look best pleased, lad. Something on your mind? By the Navigator, Wilred's dead? Gods damn it! They must know they've been rumbled. I mean, sod it. 'Tis past time we had this talk. After our last conversation, I got to thinking about where certain funds were coming from. So I had to dig around, on the quiet like, and sure enough, I found it. Seems a fair bit of coins being made into it made its way into the Brave's coffin. Seems a Seems a fair bit of coins made its way into the Brave's coffers, courtesy of a Dodo consortium. Daft name for a business if I've ever heard one. Which is what first gave me an inkling that something weren't right. So I went through the ledgers again and found another half-dozen donations from organizations with stupid bloody names. Didn't take long to find the common thread. All were owned by Mirage Trust. Oh, I'll give the bastard credit. It was the Dodo minion who got it, did it? God damn it. Oh, I'll give the bastard credit. He showed us up for amateurs we were. Short of calling one of his businessmen the bloody bribery consortium, I don't know what more he could have done to mock our rules on financial contributions. He super PAC'd us. We're getting political. Damn it. Just want to make sure everything looks okay here. Yeah, it should be good. Oh, no, don't play another stream. There we go. Gods only know how many men of the first and third are taken to Legi's coin, but we know some of them are, and I'd wager me right eye they're the ones that did for Wilred. Excuse me, there's no F. The only F is the one we took in not protecting Wilred. The earnest young fool is taken to asking the wrong kind of questions. Bound to attract attention he was. Should have seen it at the time, but I didn't, gods damn me. Still, I don't see what Teleji hopes to accomplish. He had a scheme with all the care of a drunk pissing into the wind. No, he's cleverer than this. Cleverer? More clever. The cleverer isn't a word, so we need to be clever too. That's the only way we'll ever repay this debt of blood. Aged cheddar Gardettos. Oh. Is that what you sent me? Because if I'm getting those tomorrow, I will eat them before Paper Mario. We'll purge every one of them traitorous bastards from our ranks. On that you have me word. Nice. Thank you. And Shozai, mind yourself when you're all die, eh? We're heading into a storm. I could smell it. The kind that'll sweep a man overboard and drag him under before he knows it. I have a bad feeling about this. You know, I was just listening. You know that it's funny. It's funny. I was looking through stuff you were retweeting earlier, and I saw that Pokemon Mystery Dungeon music meme, and I just realized I forgot that the birdseed icon for my channel points is a seed from Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. I should play. It's been a while since I keep forgetting I played Explorers of the Sky, but I should play another one at some point. Yeah, Stunseed. Stunseed backwards. I have Gates to Infinity and Super Mystery Dungeon, and I want to stream both of those at some point. And then if I'm in the mood after all that, then I'll play Rescue Team DX. The only reason I didn't start with Rescue Team DX is because I had already played it, and everyone was talking about how great Explorers was, so I wanted to do that one. That was like a year one stream. That was 2016. That was before I met a lot of people. Okay. We're on the steps of Nard right now, right? What are those coordinates? I had them saved on my Discord channel. Steps annulled. X 8.9.9.2. Okay. Oh, I'm like right near it. It's right here. Remembering the past. Quest sync. The Naji appears to be deep in thought. One of your family members has COVID now. Fun. Ugh. That sucks. I was looking at the 1.0 achievements here that have titles you can't get anymore. I'm sad you can't equip a kobold's worst nightmare to tease my kobold friend. Aw. The determined set of your jaw. The dynamic presence as if you're ever ready to leap into action. That's no mistake. You're an adventurer, and a dependable one at that. Tell me, are you familiar with the name Louis Sois Leveleur? Of course I am. Of course you are, of course you are. Forgive my suddenness. I am Nanaji no Nonji, a budding writer, and I seek to pen a biography of the great man. In particular, I wish to cover his movements leading up to the Calamity, and to that end I've requested an interview with the Immortal Flames. He served to the Eorzean Alliance as a tactician, you see, so there ought to be someone in the Order who has had dealings with him. And while my request has thankfully been accepted, there's just one problem. I don't have much experience conducting interviews, and I'm worried about whether I'll do a proper job. As an adventurer, you're doubtless used to dealing with these people. Thus I would like to ask you to accompany me in the capacity of an assistant. It would be tremendously reassuring to simply have you watching on. And if you're amendable, afterwards I'd like to interview you as well for my own impressions. For your own impressions. For your own troubles, I'll be certain to credit you as a collaborator. So please, won't you help me with my biography? That the memories of the Calamity might be preserved for future generations? I'm in your debt. To begin with, please come with me to Camp Drybone in Eastern Danolen. It's a place I'd like to visit ahead of the interview. Wish they put this in older stuff. Quest Sync is a thing in all side quests and newer expansions. Basically means in like Shadowbringer zones that are level 70 to 80, the quest will scale to your level in that specific range. Ah, okay. So if you're above level 80, it will always be level 80, but if you're level 70, the quest will be level 70. Something like that, right? It's been a while since I've taken 2 quests at once. I've generally not done that. So in other words, it's meant to be taken while you're in that level range, because that's when it'll benefit you most. Because above level 80, it'll just scale down, and then you won't get as much EXP for what you're doing. There you are. To explain why you're here. Oh, but I haven't even asked your name. How am I supposed to credit you if I don't even know that much? Shozai Mazai. The Shozai Mazai, champion of Eorzea. Small wonder I felt you were dependable. With one such as you helping me, everything will surely go well. But getting back to business, the interview I've arranged is with an officer of the Immortal Flames. As there's still time, however, I thought we'd pay a visit to the nearby graveyard first, so I can explain my motivation for the biography. Don't know if this quest can really scale, though, since it's only level 50. Might just be a weird thing because of it being a new quest and it's on all of them. I come from a small village near the Cartano Flats. It was burned down in the Calamity, and those who died were laid to rest here. My parents among them. Damn it. Sorry. I wanted to be quicker with that. I keep forgetting what folder that's in. It's hardly an uncommon tale. After the Dread Primal emerged from Dalamud, he unleashed fiery devastation across the length and breadth of Eorzea. But just as much as the Calamity scarred the realm, it is quickly becoming just another event in the history books. Beyond occasionally giving thanks to the Archons that Eorzea was saved, people spare it little thought. Not me, it's kind of my whole life at this point. When you've lost so many loved ones, it's hard to feel anything that was saved. That's why I wish to know more about Louis Sois. By learning about his part in Eorzea's salvation, I hope that I will attain closure. That's my motivation for writing the biography. Now then, in preparation for the interview, let's review what is known about our subject. It's difficult to define exactly when the Seventh Umbral Calamity was set into motion. Many historians, however, point to the Empire's Meteor Project, which sought to bring Dalamud down upon Eorzea. It was year 1562 of the Sixth Astral Era. Seeking to combat the Imperial threat, Louis Sois founded the Circle of Knowing, an order whose objective was the preservation of Eorzea. You know, I'm kind of thinking about it now. It's weird how quick this era has been. Like, the 7th Umbral era was like all of what, like 5 years? Meanwhile, you know, you've had Astral eras and Umbral eras that have lasted like thousands of years each. It's kind of weird in that regard. Wonder if this quest even has coils as a prerequisite. Can you tell this guy about someone you don't really know? True. Well, I mean, you could say at the beginning, I don't know him, so I wonder what that does. Through its members, the Archons of Sharlayan, the Circle worked to unite the nations of Eorzea in common cause. The result was the formation of the Grand Companies in the 3 city-states. The Immortal Flames, the Order of the Twin Adder, and the Maelstrom. None of these would exist now if it were not for their efforts. And then in the year 1572, when the situation was coming to a head, Louisoix himself made the journey to Eorzea in secret and engaged with each of the nations. What took place during that time is what I seek to learn in the interview. The man we're due to meet is in contact with the Free Brigade, a unit formed of adventurers, and he apparently had Louisoix's assistance for a mission. The meeting place is Highbridge, to the northeast. It's more or less time now, so let's make our way there. I have to remember that's just to the east of where I am. It's not in a different region. Someone's fighting nannies down there. So this quest actually a slightly different dialogue if you're a 1.0 player as well. Oh yeah. See, that's like the most interesting thing. Like, if you're a 1.0 player, like, how much dialogue is different? Because presumably, once you regain some of your memories, you would, like, remember a lot more than you're learning from this. Oops. The interview should be along any moment now. 1.0 players get an entirely different intro. Oh, cool. You're the ones who seek an interview? I must say, I wasn't expecting to see the champion of Eorzea here. I'm Nanaji Nanonji, the writer who made the request, and Shozai is kindly accompanying me for the interview. I can't thank you enough for taking the time out of your busy schedule to humor me. End of 2.0 has an extra scene where everyone remembers who you were instead of acting like you just met. Aw, that's cool. Come now, no need for the thanks. Like everyone, I hold Louisoix in the highest esteem. Esteem. There was a T in that word. If you wish to know about him, Holland Aubrey is always glad to oblige. I'm thinking if this finishes early enough, I'll watch a few videos that I've been meaning to show on stream, like the 1.0 trailer, where we see the stuff with Midgard Sormer. That raid from last night, because I never actually watched that video you sent me of the original raid mechanics for that raid. And then I'll watch the extra scenes for the 1.0 like carryover opening. Without further ado, then, let us begin. My understanding is that you had dealings with Louisoix. Could you please tell me the details? As you know, our grand companies were formed thanks to the Circle of Knowing, but it wasn't until Dalamud began turning red that Louisoix first appeared. I mean, I have the 2 you sent me in chat still, so that's fine. It's mostly just the cutscenes that are 1.0 carryover exclusive. I would be interested in seeing. It began with word that an elderly Elizan, there we go, had come to Gridania, who held the key to vanquishing primals. Upon learning of this, I sent an adventurer to the Free Brigade to make contact with him. I later learned that the Maelstrom of the Order of the Twin Adder had done the very same. At that time, our companies weren't yet collaborating. Each one only sought to stay ahead of the others. Oh, excuse me. I meant to mute the mic when I did that. If truth be told, at first we didn't think much of Louisoix, only that he was the leader of the scholars who study peculiar prophecies. When the adventurer reported back, our opinion of the man completely changed. He was a very stiff man who often stood in one position without moving for a long period of time. With his spellcraft, Louisoix had opened the way into Ifrit's domain, and by the hand of dauntless adventurers, the Lord of the Inferno was brought low. Alas, many defeats preceded that victory. It was reported that countless charred corpses lay strewn in the bowl of embers. Now, the mission also yielded a shocking revelation. Following the battle, Legatus Nell von Darnus of the 7th Imperial Legion appeared and told the adventurer that the hour of reckoning was at hand, that Dalamud would soon fall and cleanse the land. That was when he realized that the Empire was behind the Red Moon's anomaly. Are these like stills from 1.0 cutscenes? Or do they look too good? He defeated Ifrit and Garuda, yet didn't feel like doing Titan yet. So thanks to Louis Soir, you came to be aware of the Meteor Project. Still, it doesn't seem like you have much to act upon. Oh my god, look at that comically large quill. I can't tell if it's huge just because he's a Lalafell or if it's actually like a big quill. I think it's just a big quill, honestly. That quill is almost half as tall as he is. Maybe even more. That quill would probably be like over half my height. As you say, afterwards we scrambled to learn all we could about the project. For our blessing, we had the cooperation of a Garlean defector, Sid Garland, whom you know well. We revealed the details of the project, that it utilized a transmission tower to pluck Dalamud from the heavens, all for the purpose of purging us savages from the realm. Also, the lighting is changing every time the camera moves. I could continue telling what I know, but from this point on, there's someone better suited than I am. If you're interested, I'd be glad to introduce you to this individual. What say you? Well now, we'd be keen to speak with this person indeed. Very well, I'll send word to the Adder's Nest. You can take yourselves to Apkalu Falls. I will arrange for a meeting there. To go such lengths to help us. Can't say how grateful I am. Do not mention it. As I said, I hold Louis Soir in the highest esteem. He was the one who brought our three nations together, and nothing would please me more than for him to be remembered. Well, it's past time I return to Ul'dah. Pray the coming interview bears you fruit. That guy's got a pretty nasty sword. Why is my voice so weird? It feels like it's kind of like goopy. Lieutenant certainly has great respect for Louis Soir. And thanks to him, we have another promising interview. Come, let's head to Gridania, where the Archon had sojourned. Yeah, I'm a little phlegmy tonight, and I don't know why. I was like this the other night, too, I think. Alright. To New Gridania. Everybody's getting sick, stop. I hope I'm not getting sick. Again, if I get sick, it needs to be like right now. I put all the food and snacks and stuff into a single box in my room, so now they're not taking up as much space. Because I still have some... I need to get sick so you can play more Dawn Trail. These Gardettos are crack. Oh, man. I can't wait to try them. Aged cheddar sounds so good. What? I hate when the game, like, keeps highlighting a box that, like, it doesn't need to be. A little softer in texture and crunch, too. Oh, this is where the yeshiva person is. Yeah. I have 13 achievement points. I mean, I could get the rest of the armor. A wall-mounted painting of Hildebrand. Oh, chocobo armor. I can finally give my chocobo something other than friggin' basic shit. Ooh, I'm buying the wind-up goblin. Minion of light. Sure. Minion of light changes each time you summon it. Ooh, cool. Wind-up Goblin. Designed to resemble Goblin hero Brave Flock's All Talks. You cannot help but wonder at the symbol carved into the sole of its left foot. The mark of the dreaded Illuminati. Illuminati brain food is frontmost Illuminati member. Goblin. Wind-up Nanamo. Clockwork Doll is a reproduction of a model first crafted in the year of the Calamity to celebrate the 10th anniversary of Nanamo Ulnamo's ascendance to the Uldan throne. 17th in her line, the Sultana was crowned when she had seen but 5 summers. Take me, Raubon. I am your Sultana. Snore. Slumbering Lalafell. Yay, my own little tiny Nanamo. We'll be seeing her soon. Ancient records show that almost every astral era has its own warriors of light, brave souls who appeared before forthcoming disasters to unite the people of that time, only to disappear once again as catastrophe rained down from the heavens. Next you'll be telling me you're one of the warriors of light, Mother Mion. Little black mage. Oh, with like a little sprite movement. That's cute. So there's 3 different ones for this. That's cool. Yeah, there's basic warrior. So it's completely random. It doesn't seems there's no way to choose which one summons. There's white mage. Really cool. Add this to my favorites. I'm gonna add Nanamo to my favorites as well. The Goblin. If it was a key, if there's a wind-up key current anywhere, that's absolutely going in my favorites. There was a YouTuber who used the Black Mage Minion as their Sona. I haven't seen them in a while though, really. And now, as for you, companion. All right, you can't actually see it unless you're riding them. Oh, and I can't summon them here because I'm in a city state. Damn it. Okay. Well, we'll look at that in a bit. So this is up Kalu Falls. Conspicuous lack of creatures aside, it's quite a beautiful place. Now then, the person we're to meet should be along shortly. I was told one of you there were those who wished to learn about Louis Soir, and who should one of them be but the champion of Eorzea? Well met. I'm Lieutenant Cyro Folk of the Order of the Twin Adder. All these cutscenes have had 1.0 music. Oh, cool. Nananji no Nonji, at your service. Thank you for sparing the time to speak with us. Think nothing of it. I must say, though, that Lieutenant Aubrey chose the perfect spot for the subject matter. That was the old Shroud theme. Oh, cool. This was the old Shroud theme, rather. Louis Soir spent much time in rumination here in the days before the Calamity. Rigadonians being somewhat reserved by nature, at first the citizens kept their distance. But in time, people warmed to him. He patiently lent an ear to their troubles, healing the hurts and offering counsel, and gradually earned their trust. To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, it is indolence. Indolence? Louis spoke those words, and lived up to them. He was the epitome of a Charlian sage, and I recall myself being moved. Now, shortly after we become aware of the Meteor Project, the helmet of Quarrymill was attacked by the Primal Garuda. Both soldiers and civilians were among the casualties. The Order of the Twin Adder moved to vanquish the Primal, but we were not alone. Through Louis' mediation, we had the support of not only our sister Grand Companies, but capable adventurers the realm over besides. Using an artifact known as the Vortex Feather, the Archon opened the way for a band of adventurers to sally forth into Garuda's turbulent domain, where they felled the fearsome being. Upon her defeat, however, the Primal's dispersed ether did not return to the land. Instead, it was absorbed into the Red Moon Dalamud. This is all just a 1.0 story recap, I guess. And when the Empire constructed a new base in Mordona, the Elder Seed Seers saw the need for decisive action and put forth a proposal. The formal reformation of the Eorzean Alliance, which had so long lain dormant. The initial response from the other nations was lukewarm at best. They felt that the burden be borne by each party was excessive, and they were loath to do aught that would place them at a disadvantage against their rivals. Maybe post-story, maybe there were rematches since Dalamud stuff. Dalamud was literally like the post-credits, like the post-release patch stuff in Realm Reborn, right? With what's her name? What's their name? That other being the original final boss, the one we fought during the coil. Or you fought, and I just laid on the ground. But the revelation about a lunar transmitter had been erected in the Imperial base prompted a change of heart. The tower controlled Dalamud's descent. If it could be destroyed, then the Meteor Project would be forestalled. Yeah, now. After having constantly been on the back foot, our nations were motivated to join hands, that we might strike a decisive blow against the enemy. Thus was the Eorzean Alliance reformed, and the Circle of Knowing had hoped. As the Circle of Knowing had hoped. At that same juncture, Louis was asked to join the Alliance as a tactician, and in that capacity he provided sage counsel to our heads of state. So although he was at first treated with weariness, Louis earned the trust through his actions, and he paved the way to enduring cooperation between our nations. Indeed, were it not for him, we would have all perished divided. We owe Louis a great debt. Now then, I expect you might be interested in hearing about the operation to destroy the lunar transmitter. But for that tale, I would recommend you seek out another, a decorated soldier who actually took part in the operation. Although a hardened warrior, she is quite friendly and should be glad to regale you with her experiences. Should I send her word on your behalf? We'd be duly grateful. Very well. If you could take yourselves to the Maelstrom Command at Limsa Lominsa, I shall see to it that she knows to expect you. With that, I shall take my leave. I pray that the biography is a success. I pray that the biography is a success. Everyone's been more helpful than I'd dared to hope. It seems Louis has had quite an influence on others. Yeah, what do you know? The interview gave us some valuable insights into his character, and I'm eager to see what we learn in the next. Come, let's head to Limsa Lominsa. Why don't you send those extra frame rates instead? Yeah, it's not that the game's running slow, it's just that that's the frame rate the shadow moves at. I wonder if that'll be improved with the big patch coming out. Which, by the way, I found out the patch isn't actually the game's not PC version's shutting down on Thursday, not Wednesday. Only the console versions are going down Wednesday. Shadows are a big thing in the graphics update. Oh god, I hope my computer should be able to handle it, but I mean, if the benchmark applies to all the expansions that are coming out, I imagine it won't be a big problem for me. So I get ribbon. Who does not want to wear the ribbon? That's nice. That's the, that looks like Realms ribbon from FF6. Goblin cap. I like how I don't even wear the goggles, I just wear the cap. Bean. I like that the hat has physics. And also, it says Fall Guys in the Orsian font. Where are my crowns? I know oh, I put those away, I think. God, remember when I had cool looking glasses? So many people wear this goddamn head. People love the fat chocobo head. There's always someone just like wandering about with the head glamored onto whatever they have on equipped. I haven't done any glamour. I forget if you can visor the fat chocobo head. Can you? I don't think you can. Oh no, you can. The mouth opens. Yeah. I wonder if you could do that with, the goblin cap. Probably not. Oh, you could okay, you could remove the mask part in the front. Yay, slime. I'll wear the slime for a bit. Visor just means any alteration to headgear they felt like making. Blorp. Blorp on my head. Okay, so I have to go down a floor, I think. Because it's, like, darker. That's why I don't like the maps in this area. Or maybe not. Can I just go this way? Nope. Oh, wait, no. But this is the way I have to go anyway. It's again... I wish the colors would differentiate between floors a little better. Ah, there it is. Maelstrom Command. Shall we then? Limbs is the most popular city. Everyone ignores 90% of it and just sticks around the Aetheryte, yeah. I've noticed Old Daw's Aetheryte tends to be like the least populated one, usually. Shozai, have a sight for sore eyes, and you must be Nanaji. Rashat Riki, at your service. I understand you wish to hear about the operation to destroy the lunar transmitter. Indeed, I'm penning a biography of the Archon Louis Soir, you see, which I'm interviewing people who had dealings with him. I truly appreciate your time. You're very welcome. I'd be glad to assist, even if it wasn't a request from Lieutenant Folk. Hey, I'm here too. Now then, to continue where he left off, it was shortly after the Eorzean Alliance was formed. Our scouts returned with word that the 7th Legion had activated the lunar transmitter in their fortress in Mordona. Now known as Castrum Sentry, the fortress was originally called Castrum Novum before the 14th restored and renamed it. It was in order to break through its defenses and destroy the transmitter that our 3 nations joined hands, and we were determined to succeed. 1.0 Limbs of Theme is good for what it is, but I feel like it's from a different game. I mean, I guess it technically is, but you know. Strategy that Louis proposed was elegant in simplicity. While our main force drew the Garland's attention with an all-out siege, an elite band of adventurers would infiltrate the Castrum and make for our objective. We had entrusted adventurers with ridding us of the primals. Now we entrusted them with the very fate of Eorzea. I still remember the operation as if it were yesterday. Though we met with fierce resistance, we fought more fiercely still. No matter the cost, we had to ensure that the adventurers had a chance to strike at the transmitter. Rio was there. He jumped in the light fierce, and when the messenger arrived bearing word that they had succeeded, it still makes my heart sore to recall the moment of that triumph. Sounds like the remaster of The Secret of Monkey Island specifically, you think. I've never played that game. I've never played any Monkey Island games. That day, we learned that, by standing together, the people of Eorzea could oppose even the might of the Empire. It is no exaggeration to say that the victory paved the way for Eorzea's future. Without it, there would not have been an Operation Archon. Alas, it wasn't all glad tidings, for though we destroyed the transmitter, Nail von Darnus appeared and claimed that he no longer needed the device to bring down Dalamud, that he himself had the power to do so. Yeah, that sounds like a typical Final Fantasy antagonist. You're always just slightly too late. So long as von Darnus lived, the threat of destruction remained, and so branding him an enemy to all life in Eorzea, the nations of the Alliance undertook a desperate manhunt. At length they located him in Kurthus, and sent their greatest warriors to hunt him down. Leading that formidable band was the adventurer whom they called the Warrior of Light, and though no records remain of the fierce encounter, one thing is certain: at battle's conclusion, Nail von Darnus was brought low. As you know, however, our woes did not end with the White Raven, for Louis and his disciples determined that Dalamud would continue to fall. In a last-ditch bid to prevent the realm's annihilation, the Circle of Knowing issued a request to the Eorzean Alliance to secure the Cartano Flats where the Red Moon was expected to crash. 'Twas no simple task, for the entirety of the 7th Legion had amassed in Cartano, but it was necessary in order to perform a ritual to stop Dalamud, a ritual that invoked the power of the 12. So it was that the Battle of Cartano was joined, and I dare say you know how the tale continues. Yes, some guy launched himself into it, I believe. Can't quite remember what happened after that. To everyone's shock, the Elder Primal Bahamut emerged from Dalamud and proceeded to unleash his fury upon the realm. Aye, and though all bore witness as Louis initiated the ritual, none remember what came to pass afterwards, neither what happened to Bahamut, nor why the realm was reborn. The haze that afflicted memories of the calamity, but people remember events prior to that moment, yes? If so, do you know if anyone was near Louis during the battle? Someone who may have spoken with him. If someone was near him, I'm afraid I do not know. He was atop a rise for the ritual while I was a good distance away in the front lines. My apologies. No, please don't apologize. You've shared a wealth of information, and I couldn't ask for more. Well, if you're satisfied, then so am I. With that, I shall return to my duties. I look forward to reading the biography when it's finished. Hey, V2. I think you may have been dehydrated at work yesterday. That's why your stomach was hurting. You felt nauseous. Drank 32 ounces of water that work provides you, and you felt better. Nice. Now I have a grasp of the events leading up to the calamity, and yet... Oh, forgive me. I was deep in thought, in no small part due to your help. I've managed to learn a great deal, but there's still more that I wish to know. May I trouble you to accompany me a little longer? If you're willing, please let me know. Wow, that was enough to make me level up. Preserving the future. You'll continue accompanying me then? Wonderful. Let's come head to the Drowning Wench to discuss our next move. Drink to agua. I know that's what happens when you don't for real. It's not fun having a needle in you. I know. Oh, this is a cutscene. Cool. Look at my cool slime hat. Our research proceeds apace so far. We've learned things that are not found in our literature. But tell me, based on what you've heard from our interviews, what is your opinion of Louis Soir? He's an exceptional leader. He had a difficult task. Others deserve more credit. Wow. I agree. He possessed great leadership. If not, he could not have established the framework to realize his plans, no matter how brilliant they may have been. What struck me was how grateful the interviewees were to Louis Soir for bringing their nations together in cooperation. It's nothing short of necessary for our survival. Yet in knowing this, I can't help but wonder, in its capacity as a tactician, it seems to me he had done more than enough by devising a plan and facilitating its execution. He went far beyond that, risking life and limb on the front lines for a land not his own. Perhaps he needed to be there for the ritual. Perhaps he felt a sense of duty. Even so, as noble as this desire to help others, what good is it if you end up sacrificing yourself? What was it that compelled Louis Soir to go to Carteneau? And what went through his mind as the battle unfolded? In order to do his biography justice, I feel I need to know these things. If Louis Soir had people near him at the time, perhaps he shared words with them in his final moments, words that could provide some insights, but where to begin searching for such individuals, assuming they exist? Sorry, friends, but I couldn't help overhear your conversation. Just so happens I know a bloke who served among Louis Soir's guard at Carteneau. Got the Whisper mount. Nice, and you unlocked the Chocobo as well. Trying your best to get a few Yokai Watch weapons now. Nice. Well, you have 2 days left to do it. Or rather, a day and a half. Wait, no. Today's Tuesday. Today it's only two. Oh, no, you have 2, yeah. The PC version shuts down Thursday morning, so you have about 2 days left to farm anything left that you want. Okay, also I looked it up. This quest line is only the last quest in this one. There's nothing else after this one, so we could go back to the main quest. Truly? You know someone who was with them? Aye. And as far as I'm aware, he wasn't keeping the fact a secret. Just for good measure, though. Why do you want us to speak with him? Word you hear about the PC version shutting down later? It's when you log into the game. It's literally right there in the opening thing that you have to acknowledge. It says, console version shuts down June 26th at 7 a.m. PST, or 3 a.m. PST, or 4 a.m. I don't remember. But then it says PC, Windows, Mac version, June 27th. So the PC version's not getting a longer shutdown. It's just the console versions. Louis Soir's biography, eh? In that case, I reckon the bloke would be willing to cooperate. Orn Gweencum's the name. Gweencum? Greencum? Okay. And he was a lieutenant of the Maelstrom. After the calamity, he turned to adventuring, so as to be the greater help to the common folk. A Maelstrom officer turned adventurer. You most keen to speak with him. Where might he be found? When no one dropped in the other day, he said that he had business in Moira Bay dry docks. If you're lucky, might as he still be here. I couldn't read that. Understood. We're in your debt. Can't let this chance pass us by, Shozai. Let's take ourselves to the dry docks at once. Voice crack. Alright, to the dry docks. Catfish Joe. Though? Wow, what the fuck is wrong with me? Right, where could Orn be? In hindsight, we should have asked what he looks like. They would suggest he's a Midlander, but, Well, nothing for it but to make inquiries. Let's split up the task and meet again here. Okay, bye, Orange. I'm sorry, but I've only just started helping out here. Still learning our customers' names. Couldn't say if it's this person you're after, but a man did come by earlier who appeared to be an adventurer. But a Naimia Lily that we're currently trialing. This guy, look at them. It's so snazzy looking. But is it a chocobo? No, it isn't. That's right, I want to specifically summon the company chocobo. I want to look at his new vestments. Well, it looks pretty cool. I don't like the behemoth thing because it puts false arms on him, which looks silly and stupid. Yeah, I like that. I like the Wild Rose bearing. That's cool. The behemoth bar... Oh, it actually comes with a full set. Okay, let me see. That's pretty cool. I like that. Basic is basic, bitch. I do like that. That's cool. It's cool and stupid at the same time. I kind of like the Old Dawn saddle better, but the Wild Rose one is pretty cool. I like the side pieces on it. Yeah, let's go with this for a while. Looks nice. Can we put it in a dress? Maybe. Now I got armor for my chocobo. That doesn't do anything. Okay, what am I... Who else am I supposed to talk to here? I have a butler set for your chocobo you should use more. Oh, nice. Orn, as it happens, I spoke with him just earlier. Said that he wanted to buy flowers, so I directed him to a vendor. Not sure where he is as of now, though. Noom, yeah. Looking for her own green cum, you say? Don't know anyone by that name, I'm afraid. Did walk by an unfamiliar fellow just now, though, over by the Mark of the Spinner. Had a flower in his hand, so it caught my eye. You have an inkling as where Orn might be. Time to rejoin Nanaji. There you are, Shozai. Were you able to learn anything? I've changed his voice like 3 times. So a man who could be Orn bought a Nymea lily, then went to the Mark of the Spinner. If we hurry there, we might be able to find him. Let's go. Begging your pardon, sir, but are you Lieutenant Orn Greencomb? It's a shiny Thancred. Shoves vitamin C in me. Alright, I will drink some vitamin C, don't worry. Oh, I haven't been a lieutenant for years, but that's me. What can I do for you? Thancred if he acts. I realize this is sudden, but... See, now I'm worried I am getting sick. That's annoying me. But you know what? If I get sick, I'd rather get sick this week. Because again, I don't want to miss vacation next week. So, whatever. So you're writing Louis Sua's biography, and you want to hear my account as someone who was near on hand at Cartano. Must be a reason that you're here, too. warrior of light who led us to the victory in Operation Archon. Very well, I'll tell you my tale. Now then, where to begin? As you know, the battle was fought over the land where Dalamud was expected to fall. In the beginning, neither side was able to gain the upper hand. When the Imperials deployed their Magitech armor, our ranks were thrown into disarray. Those charged with protecting Louisoix, like me, could only watch the carnage from afar. And though our forces managed to hold out thanks to the adventurer contingent, we sustained grievous casualties. But the real tragedy was what followed. As Dalamud hurtled towards us, it began shedding fragments of itself before finally bursting open to unleash the primal Bahamut. It's like how they fought right where it was going to fall on them. Raid mechanics. As all below looked on in shock, the battle completely forgotten, Bahamut took wind and spewed fire all over the land. Men in Magitech armor alike were set ablaze and sent flying like so many insects. I only realized that I had stopped breathing when a commanding voice broke my trance. "You've done enough," Louisoix told us. "Now fly and save yourselves." But like my fellow guards, I wanted to remain. I couldn't charge into battle beside my comrades. At the very least, I would do my duty here to protect Louisoix to the last. But upon seeing us standing there, not making to move, Louisoix smiled and spoke thus: "If you would give your lives to protect something, then protect my hopes. Every soul who lives to determine their own fate is a source of hope, bright and brilliant. So live, I bid you, and be among those who bear the light for others to follow." Those words awakened us to a greater purpose. If there was hope in my living, then I would live as Louisoix bid. No matter what, I would survive. And so, together with my fellows, I began making my retreat. Alas, we hadn't gotten far when an explosion erupted and sent us sprawling. I struggled to my feet just in time to see the enormous menacing silhouette of Bahamut looming over Louisoix, and the next instant he was enveloped in light, and that was the last I remember of him. Gotta go to bed, Michael. Getting up early to visit your family on your days off. Nice! Have a great weekend, and enjoy visiting your family. Louisoix's final moment. Amidst the light, he looked to be smiling. What was he thinking in that moment? I couldn't say, but one thing is certain. We, all of us, are alive thanks to him. Following the calamity, it was reported that Louisoix defeated Bahamut and set about the land's miraculous regeneration. Do you believe this is the truth? Aye. Every soul who lives to determine their own fate is a source of hope. Look at my hat. What we've learned has reaffirmed my belief, Shozai. The belief that Louisoix was not an all-powerful savior as one reads about in tales, but merely an ordinary man. But that man never forsook Eorzea. No, he stood for this realm to the last. He and countless other brave souls, and saved it from becoming a scorched waste. Against unimaginable adversity he fought, and at the cost of his life, paved the way to a brighter future for us all. The least I could do in return is to tell his story. Spread his message that, where there is life, there is hope. Thanks to your account, I believe I found an angle for the biography. I am truly grateful. Would you care to offer a prayer as well? The prayer of the light of hope which Louisoix preserved shall burn ever bright. That ground looks like a Magic Eye poster. Oh my god. It'd be funny if the slime had also closed its eyes in prayer. Oh, this is sweet though. I feel like this would have been perfect thumbnail material if we weren't finishing this game tonight. Because there's almost undoubtedly going to be more important spots to thumbnail later. Allow me to thank you again for recounting your experiences to us. Nay, 'tis I who owes you thanks for giving me the chance to share Louis' words. All these years I had avoided speaking of the moment of his passing out of respect, but it would not do to take the tale to my grave. Through the biography, it is my hope that his spirit will live on in all of us. Now then, if you'll excuse me, I shall resume my pilgrimage to the marks. Wherever your travels take you, I shall be praying for your safety. Nymea lilies, the symbol of safe passage. As Louis stood there in Carteneau, I wonder if he likewise prayed for someone's safety. At any rate, these interviews have yielded everything I'd hoped for and more. Come, let's return to Ul'dah. I'll have a reward ready for you at Ul'dah at the Hall of Flames. Oh, hey. Are you wearing a Santa outfit? That's cute. Was that you in the background while we were talking as well that, like, zipped past us? This person's name is Toot Greyrat. That's such a good character name. Toot Greyrat and Alcade Stabby Maid. Seeker of Blood. Also, like, the flower's still there for me. It's just not there for the quest. Not just there for the quest. Oh, that's cool. There you are. I ended up troubling you longer than I intended, but it was truly a fruitful series of interviews. How fortunate that we could still hear from those who lived that fateful time. While I still have many questions, the biography is beginning to take shape in my mind. I also feel as though I've attained a measure of closure. Louis fought simply as one of us, and he made the ultimate sacrifice that hope may endure. This I've come to realize and appreciate thanks to everyone's heartfelt testimonies. It's a plastic flower. Is that why it hasn't decayed? Oh. Demona's on me. This person's got the 2B thing. Now then, last but not least, I'd like to ask for your thoughts on something. According to Orn, Louis smiled in his final moment. As he was enveloped in light, what do you imagine he held in his mind? The image of mankind thriving in the future. It's pointless to speculate on such things. Why would that... No. The image of mankind thriving in the future. I know as much. He literally told me. I see. I appreciate your thoughts. As I pen the biography, I'll be certain to remember your words. Well, sad though it is, it's time for us to part ways. I'll set to work on a draft, and I won't rest until the biography comes to print. Thank you for all your help, my friend. Couldn't have come this far without you. End of an era's framers kit. Cool. The man, the myth, the legend. Now I'm just imagining Louis wearing a t-shirt that has the man pointing to his head and the legend pointing to his crotch. I wonder if someone's drawn that. That'd be really funny. So I got a new adventure framer kit, which I don't really care because I don't really mess with this. I have all the Fall Guys ones too, and I never used it. The penny squeeze boy. But what else did I get? Oh, I gotta use this first actually to actually get it. There we go. Did I get something else that I wanted to check out? Well, you know, the title gift from Clearing the Cores is really cool. The Final Witness. Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking about. I had gotten that. I saw that before. Yeah, the Final Witness Icebreaker of Silver Lining. Gentleman, Gambler, Bug Boy, Deck Holder, Deck Hoarder. Final Witness Icebreaker. Shows my mods have the Silver Lining. I just like using Gentleman. I should keep Gambler on because I played the Lotto. By the way, I did not win the Lotto tonight, so cool. I just seek out some funny titles and find out how to get the one I like the most. Alright, to the Royal Promenade. That was a good follow-up to all the Louis stuff. I'm glad I did that. And it also extended the stream out a bit because I was kind of worried that this might be too short without the, There's world-class troller. Eh. That was a little too on the nose, I feel. Also, not really applicable to me. I'll look up a few that might interest me later. We've been waiting for you, Shozai. The celebration is due to begin shortly. Hey, Karma. Yowdy. I'd hoped that we might make our introductions together, but Mistress Momodi just sent word that you are needed at the quicksand. Come, but not gone. Hero must go where he is needed, and according to Minfilia, you are needed elsewhere. I got the title is also a flex since it's hard to get from doing tons of ocean fishing. Oh. Oh, so it's not a troller, a trawler. Like you're trawling fish, I guess. I don't know. We will go on ahead, Shozai. Pray join us once matters of the quicksand are resolved. Wow, are they really doing a filler quest in the last, like, batch of four moments? Give my regards to Momodi, and let her know that I will call upon her anon. Just happened she needs us the same day we're here to meet with the Sultana. Ow. Been a long time, Amodi. Appreciate you dropping in on such short notice, Shozai. I know you got places to be, so I won't waste your time. You're friends with a crystal brave by the name of Alian, aren't you? Former adventurer? Come to think of it, I'm pretty sure you recruited her yourself. Well, anyway, since she came round for a meal not long ago, and before she left, she asked me to give you a message. She said that the others end up dragging you to the feast. It was to see you got it before you made your grand entrance. Meet me at the station west of the Coffer and Coffin. There's something I must show you. Short message, I grant you, but she thought long and hard before picking these words. Barely touched her food, too. Under other circumstances, I'd have thought these signs of a troubled heart, but something tells me she ain't planning to confess her undying love. That was not the right accent, but whatever. Doing so many art? Nice. I actually, did not do my daily drawing today yet. I'm gonna do it after the stream before I go to bed. And then I'll just post it tomorrow morning, and then do another drawing tomorrow night. I actually don't know what I wanted to draw today, so I was kind of like, I don't know. Draw a weasel? Eh, maybe. As you stand upon the platform, your thoughts begin to wander, and all too soon, the ghosts of comrades lost and enemies slain begin to file by your mind's eye in solemn precision. Clearing your head, you scan the horizon, but see no sign of Alian. Continue waiting for Alian. Okay. Your friend lost his home. Oh, man. That sucks. Are they okay? Straining your ears to listen, you hear the chatter of Keycurn and the buzzing of Syrphids, but no approaching footfall. Sighing, you bow your head, only to notice a vial lying at your feet. Faint light. Pick up the clouded vial. Shozai, is that you? What brings you out this way? They are, but I don't know what happened. Just suddenly homeless. Oh, geez, that sucks. I'm really sorry. But you don't know how? Art drive, maybe? If you could stream drawing art, maybe you could do like an art request stream to raise money. Lieutenant Alian? Why, no, I haven't seen her about. Had she come this way, I guarantee we would have crossed paths. Must have passed this spot a dozen times. We're to patrol the city's environs on account of the royal banquet. Captain's orders, you understand? Speaking of which, isn't that about to begin? You should be with the other honored guests, enjoying your well-deserved respite. Aye, pray return to Old Dodge, Shozai. If I chance to meet the lieutenant, I will tell her you were here. Why am I not liking where this is going? Oh, fuck. Yeah, god damn it. He's in the pocket of what's their name? He killed Alian, didn't he? That vial's poison, isn't it? Oh, this is not boding well. This is not boding well.
O Sultan Tree, hallowed spirit of my line. Through my weakness, the glorious house of Ul has all but disappeared beneath the sands. For want of the strength to raise it up again, it were better that it fall. Forgive me, but I know not what else to do.
God damn it! They just said that someone was in Telegi's pocket in our group, and it was all colonitis over here, diverticulitis. Gods, I envy you, all that food and wine, but I cannot think of a man more deserving. Enjoy the feast, Shozai. You've earned it. Can I, like, just kill you? Like, now? Also, I pressed the button here at some point. That was weird. See, now that you put the thought in my head that I might be sick, it's like stuck there. I really hope I'm not. Show the clouded vial to Momodi. Just saying, you mean to scare me. Yeah, but now I actually don't feel good. I think that I might actually be sick. I reckon you'd head straight to the feast after meeting with Alian. What's the matter? No appetite? Tiny glass container appears to have been used before, but to contain what, pray tell? So she wasn't there, but this was, eh? Let's see. Looks to me like an alchemist file, but beyond that, I can't say. Might be best if you hold on to it for safekeeping, though. Any road, no use worrying about Alian. I'm sure she'll turn up before too long, and when she does, we'll find out soon we'll soon find out what this was all in aid of. Besides, you got more important things to think about. Judging by Momodi's grin, your star could not rise any higher. Would you believe that? While you were away, another message arrived for you. Well, one did. One delivered by the Sultana's handmaiden, no less. Seems her grace desires a private audience. Her handmaiden will meet you on the royal promenade and escort you to the Sultana's chambers. So what are you waiting for? Go on, then. Go!
You needn't trouble yourself so.
Your grace is most kind, but it is no trouble to me, rather an honor. If your grace is ready, I shall summon the warrior of light.
I am.
I don't know what's actually going to happen in here. I just know that this is the moment. I could take an educated guess, and I'm going to be very happy if it's wrong. That's what I'll say. Got my last bag of popcorn out now, just for those in the box. Came with extra packets of butter. Should I dump all 6 packets in this one bag? Oh man, that sounds like something I would do, but it also sounds like it would be very disgusting. It sounds like it would just it would be like liquid. I don't have any liquid butter, unfortunately. I wish I did.
Everyone looks to be in high spirits.
I only have plain butter, which means I just can't butter my popcorn.
With good cause.
A common victory may serve to unite even the most unlikely of allies. You've brought us one step closer to a united Eorzea.
Your modesty knows no bounds, Antecedent. Were it not for your efforts, Sir Emmerich would never have become such a steadfast ally.
Okay, Karma, you're thinking about doing a fundraiser, you're worried you raise enough for that you would end up embarrassing yourself. Karma, I did charity streams for years when I was part of Team Wild Abandon. I barely ever raised more than like a couple $100, and that was after like days of doing charity streams, while other people on the team were raising like literal thousands of dollars. Don't worry about it. Anything you could contribute to them is helpful. In fact, I never paid you for the puny PNG tuber yet, have I? I'll give you money for that fundraiser if you'd like. Wondering why this kind of popcorn tasted meh. Was supposed to have all that butter all along. I just salt mine usually. I tried putting curry powder on butter, and it did not turn out well. You're not supposed to put curry powder on stuff that isn't mixed.
When he convinces his countrymen to rejoin the Alliance, we shall all reap the benefits, military and economic. I tell you, we are on the cusp of a new era of unity and prosperity.
Like putting parm cheese on your popcorn. I used to have like the shakeout like powder cheese. I don't have any right now.
Territorial disputes are all that divide us now. But I have faith that we will find an amicable solution in time. And failing that, I'll have my trusty warrior of light box the ears of all concerned. Speaking of whom...
He will be joining us shortly. A matter at the quicksand required his attention, but it did not sound serious.
Johnny Seasoning. Never heard of that. It's a local thing. I know you guys have it too, it's just not as easy to find. I'll have to look it up. Thank you for coming, sir. Her Grace is most eager to speak with you. If you require a moment to compose yourself before your audience, you may have it. Or, if you are ready, it would be my honor to escort you to Her Grace's chambers forthwith. Upon proceeding to the Sultana's bedchamber, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. Alright, well, you know what that means. That means it is time to make some popcorn. So I will be right back, and we will resume this in just a moment. Oops. Hey, I'm back. Oh man. Are we ready to get on the Sultana's wild ride here? I am back with a drink and with popcorn. I will take a photo and post it on Twitter as well. Came out really good. So how's everyone doing here with elevator music? I know I still have that on. Don't worry. I'll turn it off. In just a moment. I'm not cutting this out of the VOD, by the way. I'm leaving this entirely in. This was a bit, and you've all taken part in it. Popcorn is so much better with the butter that's meant to go on it, really. Man, I wish I had some liquid butter. Hello. Alright. Exotic butters. Man, I miss the days when FNAF was, like, tolerable for me. I've only ever played the first one. It's yeah, no, absolutely. I agree with you. Okay. That's enough of that. Just here because a little bitch for the lore story. You know, if you like the convoluted Final Fantasy stuff, I think when I eventually stream it, because I've been thinking about this a lot, you will really like Kingdom Hearts once we get into the lore of that game, of that series, because Kingdom Hearts is like, if you look past all the Disney stuff, it's such a weird, convoluted mishmash of stuff. It's so fun to piece it together. I may be doing a level 1 Sora, a level 1 hard mode run of Kingdom Hearts 1.5 this summer. I don't know when, but my friend has been tempting me into doing it. So, very much looking into it. That Soulsborne messages that are left here are all referring to this cutscene, really, with the mod. I want to play it because you like the Heartless designs. Yeah, no, fair enough. Proceed to the Sultana's bedchamber. Let's do it, baby. This is where boys become men.
Enter.
Your Grace, your guest has arrived.
Pray, come in, and take your ease.
"'Tis well that the steps of faith held against the Horde."
And what of the city proper?
We sustained some few losses, but the heart of our nation yet beats with vigor. I am not certain I could say the same had we not received your most generous aid.
Haha, generous,
An
yeah.
attack on Ishgard is an attack on the realm. We stand together or fall divided.
All three of you refuse to send your best men.
Such noble words after the fact.
That's how it be, Alfino. That's how it be.
I had hoped to speak in the presence of her grace, but it seems she has been delayed. That being the case, now would seem as good a time as any. Honored friends, pray allow me to convey Ishgard's warmest gratitude for your part in the defense of our lands.
Weren't the Grand Company soldiers the Steps of Faith? Yeah, but like very few. I think they went on their own accord.
'Tis upon the success
They
of
didn't
this
assign
very
them.
alliance that my recommendation to throw open the gates of judgment shall be founded. With the blessing of the Archbishop, it is my hope that Ishgard will soon be reunited with her long-estranged sister nations, and that Eorzea shall once more be as one.
Very well.
Is aught amiss?
Nothing to worry about. I shall return anon.
You know, waving silently isn't going to get someone's attention. Ananimu.
You wished a word, Yu Hase?
The cum chalice.
You may go.
Your Grace.
We Persona 3 now? No.
You must be curious as to the reason for this private audience. The matter I would discuss, however, will soon make apparent the need for discretion. I intend to abdicate the throne and dissolve the monarchy. You have seen for yourself the
blank stare.
storm of turmoil that howls through our streets. The government fails in its responsibilities, and my subjects suffer the consequences of our incompetence. But I will see them suffer no longer. The victory feast shall provide the stage on which I declare the dissolution of the Sultanate. 'Tis mine intent that the ruling class of our golden city should take its place beside the common man in a fair and equitable republic. No more shall this nation bow to the whims of a privileged few. Yet, that which I propose will entail the tearing up of this city's very foundations. And even Reborn, with all his strength and influence,
I'm
will
saying
be
Reborn.
hard-pressed to keep his footing on such treacherous ground. Thus would I ask you to lend him a steadying hand. You who have endured the wrath of innumerable foes are the one hero in whom I can place my trust. Will you do this thing for me?
I mean, you pay me enough, I'll do anything.
I am am truly grateful. More grateful than I can well express. How much we have both changed since that day we met beneath the Sultan tree. And the days ahead promise to change us further still. I hope that we will recognize ourselves when all of this is over.
Your Grace! Her Grace, the Sultana, is dead. Poison in her wine?
You came to that conclusion very quickly.
You did this!
Spare us your denials! I see no other suspects, and the room has but the one entrance. I hereby accuse you of regicide. Men, arrest this viper.
We're about 4 expansions too early for that. Yeah, I had a feeling. And now they're gonna find the vial on me, and they're gonna think I did it. Great. Yeah, this sucks.
Sir, barring a few exceptions, we have detained all those with allegiance to the Scions. The Rising Stones is also under our control.
Fuck. Didn't you leave the vial with Momodi? No, she told me to hang on to it. You don't even get time to like feel bad for what happened here. There's just so it's like Star Wars. You're going Episode 1. Every frame is so dense, and it's all necessary. You can't cut any of it out.
What do you hope to achieve with this mutiny?
Why, that which we have striven for all along, Commander. The salvation of Eorzea.
God damn it, Hakusho. Yeah, this doesn't bode well for a lot of us here. I'm not too happy with this.
What is the meaning of this?
Knights from the homeland. This cannot bode well.
Lord Commander, we have received an urgent message from the Holy See. I am grieved to report that your serpentine foes have resumed their assault. Needless to say, your presence is urgently required. These knights have come to bear you swiftly home to Ishgard.
Oh my god, are they gonna assassinate this dude?
A surprise attack?
We've had no such word from our men, and the timing is most fortuitous to catch us away from the city.
Most fortuitous indeed.
Lord Commander, we must away.
You have been a most gracious host. I hope that I might one day return the favor. Come, Lucia.
I'm not liking this. This guy's such a douchebag. I hate him. Devious little man.
Whatever is going on in there? Ah, the ever-dutiful brass blades. I must apologize, but my dance card is rather full.
She was
Another
never seen
time,
again.
Perhaps?
Thancred, of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. You stand accused of committing acts of espionage in service to the Garlean Empire.
He already knows what's up. He's ready to bolt.
Espionage? What in the seven hells are you talking about? Ah, if you're referring to that business with the Ultima weapon, then you must understand, I wasn't myself.
Under interrogation, an Imperial prisoner revealed your involvement in numerous dealings with the enemy. We've also been investigating reports that you are a practitioner of forbidden arts. You'd best come along with us.
You invite me to your party and now you want me to leave? I do so detest receiving mixed signals. Come then. I believe I've lost my appetite for this farce of a celebration.
Tell you who's never seen again, those brass blades when he's done with them.
You go too far, Lord Adeleji. By what right do you march armed soldiers into a royal banquet and eject state visitors without her grace's consent? You treat the brass blades as your personal army and show contempt for the throne with your every act. Leave us, now.
Is that an order, General? Mayhap you have mistaken me for one of your flames. You will find I am not so slavishly obedient. As you lecture me on personal armies. As for your outrageous claim that I have shown contempt for the throne, let all here observe that it was not I who feasted while an assassin removed its occupant. I expect this is your idea of defending the nation, is it? This and diluting our forces through these distractions in Cartano and Kurthis. I do begin to see how the ranks of the Immortal Flames came to be riddled with Garlean sympathizers. You are plainly unfit for command.
Wait, goddamn you. Your words make no sense. What assassin?
You mean to say you don't know? We caught the vaunted champion of the Scions in her Grace's private chambers, not moments after the deed was done.
No! No, this cannot be!
Save your breath. You will need it to plead your case. You and your entire order are to be tried for this atrocity. Bring in the prisoner!
How the hell do we get out of this?
This man stands accused of poisoning Her Royal Majesty Nanamo Ul Namo, and as suspected accessories to the crime, all members of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn will be detained for questioning.
This is madness!
Damn it, Ilberd, you're one of the bad ones too? Fuck. He was cool.
What a pity. Who'd have thought your tale would end like this?
You were bros with Reborn, man.
Should you demand further
Reborn.
proof, a vial with traces of the substance used to poison her grace was found upon the assassin's person.
See? This was planted. This was all planned from the beginning.
How very convenient.
You would speak of convenience? Who persuaded her grace to host this celebration? A diversion which presented you and your confederates ample opportunity to commit the crime, and a crowd within which to fade from view. A more convenient occasion I could scarcely imagine.
Wait, what? The Scions didn't set this up.
How dare you! After all we have done for Uldar!
Hold your tongue, witch! I'll not be ensorcelled! I know all about the dark gift that you and your disciples wield.
I hate that this dude's ruining everything. I wish we had taken care of him when we realized he was bad.
The minds of the Alliance leaders, bending them to your will. And what of your cordial relationship with Sir Emmerich? For years, Ishgard abjured all contact with the outside world, and now the Lord Commander of the Temple Knights treats you with the familiarity of a childhood friend. I'll tell you what I think. I think this desperate defense of Ishgard was but a ruse to deceive us into dividing our forces. Your next move will be to charm your Kurthan allies into invading our lands. Now that is truly ridiculous.
How do you even think of this stuff?
She cannot be dead. Stand aside, Ilberd. I want to see the Sultana.
Spare yourself the pain, brother. I saw her with my own eyes. For a mercy, the poison took her swiftly. Her handmaiden can attest to that.
This cannot be. Nanamo. No!
Plainly, the Royalists can no longer be relied upon to keep our nation safe. And so it falls to the monitorists of the Syndicate to govern Uldar. But should you wish to help us, General, we would be more than happy to entrust the task of planning Her Grace's funeral to you.
How could you look at this guy and think, oh yeah, he's reliable and trustworthy?
It seems only right that you should bury your precious Sultana, and we will be glad to be rid of that burden.
Dude, I would just, if I were you, I wouldn't say that in front of him.
You more than any man.
He would just like pop your head off like a cork.
Whatever do you mean?
I mean you had her killed, you black-hearted bastard!
What rot! Though I did have sufficient motive, 'tis true. That young lady caused me no end of grief. She always was a most unwilling puppet. I dare say Her Grace was grateful that someone thought to cut her strings.
You would mock her, then mock her from hell!
What?
Holy shit! I didn't think he'd actually do it! Oh my god! Holy crap! Oh, that is like severe. Oh my god! Jesus fucking hell!
Have you lost your mind, General? It is forbidden to draw steel in the royal chambers, much less slaughter our fellow syndicate members. You're one of them. You've been in league with the Scions all along.
You're next, you scheming bastard!
Oh, fuck.
Oh, Reborn!
7 hells!
Admiral, we must leave.
Ah!
How unlike you, old friend. I did not expect to take your arm so easily.
Shut the hell up, douche.
Take the Scions into custody. They have conspired to commit regicide. And arrest this traitor as well.
Ilbert, I hope you choke on their coin.
'Tis better than the dirt I've supped on these long years. We can't all abandon Alamigo and become great war heroes as you have.
Ooh. That really hurts after all the shit from earlier with those two.
You are not the man you once were, Reborn. Since that girl strapped the yoke around your neck, you've become docile. She took the mad bull and cut off his balls, and a bull that cannot rot is fit for naught but slaughter.
Rocky Mountain oysters. God, even with those like limited facial expressions, they managed to get that like looking down like smugly feel for this guy perfectly.
Shall I tell you who really killed your precious Sultana? It was me.
You die!
I cannot believe of all the people to like be primarily responsible for this shit, it's him. But I could see it. It makes perfect sense now. It's so personal to this guy.
I never doubted you, not for a moment. But there is more to this than I yet understand. Flee this place. Clear your names. Find out who is behind this plot. It is the only way. Now go!
So yeah, Reborn is one of your favorite characters in this whole game. I mean, he was definitely up there to begin with, but this definitely elevates him to a whole nother level at this point.
Ah, there you are.
Thancred, where have you been?
Oh, you know. Around.
Avoiding the fumbling advances of some very persistent admirers. When I realized the celebrations had turned sour, it seemed prudent to slip away and take stock of the situation. 'Twould appear that much of the city is already under tight guard. It occurs to me that expanding the Brass Blade's authority may not have been such a wonderful idea after all.
If only we had some way of teleporting out of here.
The success of this plan was contingent upon those thugs having the run of the place. Just how long has this scheme been in motion?
The careful preparations, the maneuvering of forces. I am inclined to agree with the General's insistence that a deeper plot exists here.
So, would I be right in thinking we now have an excuse to pummel as many brass blades as we like?
Unless you plan on pummeling them all, I'm not sure that will greatly aid our cause.
The Sultana's assassination was but one part of the scheme. We too were its targets. And though we did not share Ponanimo's fate, we are yet hobbled by the charges laid at our door. Where now might we seek refuge?
Where indeed, we may safely assume that our foe is thought to have the Rising Stones watched.
Forgive me for stating the obvious, but our choice of destination will matter little if we cannot secure an escape route out of Ul'dah. Happily, I believe I can provide one. Papa Shan once told me about the passages hidden in the walls of the palace. If I recall correctly, the fireplace in Animo's chambers conceals the entrance to a tunnel. It should lead outside the city and allow us to avoid any messy confrontations.
And messy texturing, like in the back there on that staircase.
The rest of you, go on ahead. I'll handle this lot.
By yourself? I suppose I shall just have to join you.
Crystal Braves too, huh? Now this should be interesting.
Ida! Papalimo!
Yeah, we went through all that trouble to establish a new army just for the army to immediately turn on us.
Hurry, now! Find this tunnel of Thancred's.
That gate is genius because Papalimo could probably fit right through there, and they couldn't chase after him.
Minfilia, we cannot linger.
Ida's there too, though. She could just jump over. She's fine. She's a monk. She's got jumps for days, probably. Handmaiden.
Now look what you've done.
Oh no, her mask is finally ruined. Now she has to get a new one.
Ida, are you all right? There are just too many of them.
I say earlier, surprised we never got Crystal Brave salute as an emote, but like we got the Imperial and GC salutes, but they have been too much of a hint that they don't stay good or something.
Nearing the end of my tether.
This is so stupid. We're the scions of the Seventh Dawn. The ones who stand between this realm and the evil that's trying to destroy it.
And if you think we'll leave the stewardship of Eorzea to the likes of your masters, then you're sorely mistaken.
Sorry I dragged you into this, Papalymo.
'Tis hardly the first time, and I'll be damned if it will be the last. Let them have it, Ida!
Wait, what class is he? He's able to
hoping you'd say that.
buff other people with electricity.
I never knew such a watercourse existed beneath Uldar.
The architecture is of the Sildine style, if I'm not mistaken. The ancients plainly foresaw the need for a ready means of escape.
This way!
Well, that didn't take long. It seems these tunnels were not as secret as I'd hoped.
You two, go on ahead. Thancred and I will deal with this.
What do you mean to do?
I'm still confused. Can't they just eat the right teleport out of here?
Only that which is required to ensure that the dawn's light survive to brighten the morrow.
Fear not, antecedent. You haven't seen the last of these fair features.
I wouldn't mind if it was.
My friends.
You need to get that model upgraded. Teleportation takes a lot longer to do canonically.
Leave us.
What is the plan, milady? Shall I take the dozen on the left and you the dozen on the right? The odds are not exactly stacked in our favor.
Takes like 10 minutes, roughly. Interesting.
Numbers will count for little when I bring the tunnel down upon their heads. Though I cannot say I relish the thought of being entombed with you for all eternity.
You wound me. I will have you know that many a maid would kill for the chance to spend forever at my side. Now, may I have the last dance?
Yeah, they're doing the trope of the party gradually staying behind. We all know they're all going to get out of it, though. Kind of loses its edge when I know that most of these characters get new jobs in the next expansion.
Well, this is going splendidly. Now would be a good time, milady!
'Tis done. Forgive me, Mitra.
Farewell, Ophelia.
They get better. Wow, that is some sprint I'm doing right there. Why don't I sprint like that normally?
Heidelin, she speaks to me. No.
Should be Mitra's sister. She's a summoner drop trainer, but you can still use an NPC in Britannia. Oh, no, I never did. Or maybe I did, I don't know.
You must go on. You are the warrior of light. You are hope for the Scions and for all the realm. As long as your flame continues to burn, the light of the dawn may ever be relit.
She's near the achievement guy. Oh, maybe I did.
And save Eorzea from those who would plunge it into darkness. "'Tis the only way."
Familiar sight. I'm gonna just chilling reading a book right about now. I mean, he's probably crying his eyes out.
I am glad to see you safe, my friend. What of the others?
Where'd you get that ridiculous hood? You have that the whole time?
Damn that man! Taleji played me for a fool! I thought the Crystal Brave's mine till the very moment I felt the blade at my back.
There will be ample time for soul-searching later. For now, we must put some arms between us and Ul'dah.
Who's this Joker? I was gonna say, is this someone I should know? But they, his name's clearly question mark, so I guess not.
Well, would you look who it is? Need a ride? I doubt it'll be half as exciting as the last trip we took. Not if I have anything to say about it anyway.
The dude from the very beginning of the game. How do you remember me?
Let's not dawdle, eh? All aboard!
It's a sweet callback to the beginning. Yeah. Yeah. I still don't understand how he remembers me after all this time. It's been like a year. Popcorn's very good. I'm almost out. I've eaten like 80% of it already.
I was stocking up on supplies over in Vesper Bay, you see, when your sister come up and begged a favour. Said her brother was having some trouble down in Uldar, and likely needed a helping hand getting away. Thinking them ruins would make a fine hiding place, I decided to try there first. And lo and behold, there you were.
Haha!
Aye. And judging
Sultan
by
is
them
dead.
soldiers as were pouring out of the city, I arrived not a moment too soon.
You're a different voice in the new Alpha character than when he's just introduced now. He has a different voice in Heavensward. Really?
I had thought to look out for Alize, but would appear she was the one watching over me. I've made such a mess of things.
Yeah, you have. Good job starting that army that completely overtook us.
And who might you be, young sir?
Yeah, who are you? Can you tell us that, please?
Pippin Taropin, Vice Marshal of the Immortal Flames. I had been on the Alamegan front these past few moons, but an urgent communication called me back to Uldar. Scarce had my boots touched the cobbles, though, when the streets erupted with cries of assassination. I immediately went in search of answers, and came across Master Alfino here.
Pippin, yeah,
Needless to
Lord of the
say,
Rings
I did not
ass
think his
character.
imprisonment justified. The blame plainly lies with the Monitarists. Their greed and corruption are well known to me, but for them to take advantage of the situation with such alacrity...
Was that Pippin, you said? Ain't that the name of General Alden's lad?
Sorry, my controller actually shut off because it's been idle for so long. His later voice actor is the same as Shulk from Xenoblade. Really? Because his current voice actor kind of sounds like him too, but... I mean... Obviously it's not.
Yes, I am his son. Adopted, of course. It was only as we were leaving Uldar that I learned of father's fate.
His current voice actor is Philbo from Bugsnax.
Once
Oh,
I've
really?
seen you a safe distance away, I mean to return to the city and extricate him from this madness.
Bugsnax had such a good voice cast.
Then you needn't travel no further than Blackbrush. Our fugitives
Oh,
have
it's
a
Max
friend
Middleman.
waiting for 'em
Okay,
there.
yeah, I know him. Not personally, I just know his work. Max Middleman,
I dreamed of bringing
Sam
about
Riegel.
Eorzea's salvation, but in the end,
Roger Craig Smith, Casey Mangelo.
Was I who
Yeah,
needed saving?
Bugsnax voice cast is so good. Casey's killing it lately. They're in everything. Oh, what? No voices anymore. Come on. Guess we're done. Them soldiers will keep searching for a while yet. Reckon we'll take the carriage back to Zoldan and get the lay of the land. Maybe provide a distraction if need be. Then maybe we'd have a different role in this game too, which is why he voiced Pippin too, but no, it's his only role. Why'd they get him on board for only like a dozen or so lines? I don't know, I mean... Decent pay. You three wait here. Help will be along shortly. Stay strong, friends. The real fight's to come. Alright, let's go. Less than that even, it seems. The Heavensward casting was a last-minute thing. Yeah, I don't know. Most unassuming folk can prove to be our greatest allies. The fellow was but a passing merchant, yet he lent us aid without a moment's hesitation, or any hint of concern for his own safety. Though I can imagine how a man could feel inspired to risk all in your presence. Father spoke of you, Shozai, and long have I looked forward to our first meeting. Needless to say, this is not at all how I envisioned it. Master Alfino, you must not give in to despair. That would only play into our enemy's hands. As long as you and Shozai are free, we may still set things right. Forgive me, Master Towerpin, but Being my boy, sorry to keep you waiting. I had a feeling it was going to be Sid. You see, like, glitched in the middle of the bridge there? Sid, what are you doing? Oh, and yeah, the fire, as usual. Your merchant friend told me everything. Truly? Then he is no merchant but an angel in peddler's clothing. But tell us, how do you intend to bear our friends to safety? Had the Enterprise but a short distance away. All I need is a distraction. Must first find a place beyond the reach of both the Monetarists and the Crystal Braves. Curtis, Ishgard will not suffer the intrusion of foreign forces in their territory. That settles it. With me, everyone! Not I fear. I must remain here. Do not abandon Ul'dah to the Monetarists and their cronies. You may be certain that they will seek to defame you, both here and in the other city-states. But know that I shall do my utmost to thwart their every effort. Frankly, I do not expect it to be much of a challenge. Small folk will not turn so easily on the Warrior of Light and his allies, no matter what the Monetarists claim. Marshal Towerpin, I know not what to say. Ha! Now that, Father, would labor to believe. But enough talk. You must go now, Master Alfino. Your airship awaits. Oh, wait, he was just touching the edge of the bridge, and that, like, changes your elevation slightly. Up, up. No rest for the righteous. They couldn't just, like, do a couple more minutes of voice dialogue here? That armor would be hell to wear in cold climes. Because that's like pure metal just touching your skin. You do not want that when it's cold outside. Or hot. I think voice returns soon. I know there's cutscenes in the next quest as well. And now I'm dropping frames again, which is great. Glad the stream can hold up. We should make for Camp Dragonhead and speak with Lord Orshafont. Mayhap he will know what to do. Master Alfino told me your tale, Shozai. It warms my heart to see that you should turn to me before all the others. I shall endeavor to deserve your trust. Alas, the situation here has grown more complicated in your absence. It would be best if I explained in full. In times of trouble, there are few things more precious than unconditional support. 10,000 gil for this. Game, please. Don't worry, we're almost done. This is the last quest.
There has been word from the capital. Ishgard has weathered another assault. And 'tis said several wyverns broke through into the city proper. The Temple Knights succeeded in slaying the beasts, but the intrusion prompted orders to further strengthen the guard, and to place the city under a perpetual state of alert. how keenly we feel the loss of our wards at the gates of judgment. Yet we must not bemoan our misfortune. Sir Emmerich is safely returned from Ul'dah, and once more leads the defense of Ishgard. As for the matter of your asylum, I am afraid no progress will be made until the threat to our nation is diminished. But do not despair. You are not without allies. You are more than welcome to shelter here for as long as you wish. Pray, think of it as a new headquarters of sorts. The Falling Snows, or some such. All frivolity aside, any who come here in search of you will receive no aid from House Fortom. For once, the Ishgardian reputation for inhospitality shall work in our favor.
I get it. Rising stones, falling snow. Clever.
Agents of Ul'dah will find their every inquiry dismissed, and their every request for entry rebuffed, until such time as their masters have acknowledged your innocence. You once fought to preserve the honor of my dear friend. 'Tis a blessing that I may now repay that debt in kind. But let us dwell no more on this. Pray, join the rest of your companions. 'Tis bitterly cold this day. I suspect there are those who might welcome the warmth your presence brings.
Alright, soup time. Speak with the House Fortom Guard. This is it, the last task of the game. Greetings, sir. Shall I show you inside? Upon proceeding to the intercessory, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these in their entirety. Yeah, I was told there's like about 30 minutes of cutscenes for this one as well. Less than the last one, but still a lot. Alfino, oh god, it's not voice though? Alfino, Shozai, is it really you? Hey. Aw, she's crying. I'm so happy that you are... Voices now, please? No. I tried contacting Minfilia and the others, but no one would respond. And then the Crystal Braves, our own people, turned on us in the marketplace. Flamine told me to run, and so I did. I ran until my lungs burned and my feet ached. But I lost my way. And then... Fortunately, I observed some of the Braves behaving suspiciously beforehand. Ah, yes, my mask. It was lost in the struggle. Pretty, isn't she? Anyway, after Yugiri found me, we traveled to Vesper Bay and met up with Urianger. When we told him what happened, he used his magics to weave a glamour around the Waking Sands. From the outside, our old headquarters now looks like an abandoned storehouse. Yami Yugi, yeah. Now we actually get to see her unique model. I'm guessing this wasn't the model they were using for her before when she had the just the retooled Makote model. Transformation didn't take long either. Apparently Urianger started making preparations after the Imperial attack, just in case the Empire ever chose to pay us another visit. Good thinking, eh? Sorry, where was I? Oh yes, so we waited here at the Waking Sands, hoping others would come, but no one else did. My people were searching for the other Scions, even as we speak, but we have met with no success as of yet. I had hoped that you might be able to suggest further places to look. Ah, but you should know, the Rising Stones do not share the Waking Sands' good fortune. Only Crystal Braves await you there. Be that as it may, we have yet cause to hope, do we not? If the two of you escaped, it's not impossible that the others could have done so as well. You may have been forsaken by men and women believed true, but rest assured that the people of Doma yet stand with you. We welcome this opportunity to repay our debts, and shall continue our efforts to locate the others and see the signs restored to their rightful place of honor. Now, if you excuse me, I gotta drop a massive 2 in the sorry. I don't know why that was
all
my
my
thought.
doing.
Yeah, you kind of screwed the pooch on that one, buddy.
I believed myself the only one who truly understood Eorzea's woes. And look what that arrogance has wrought. I gave commands, influenced governments with my certainty. I treated the Crystal Braves and even the Scions themselves as pawns in my great scheme to save
That was
the
still the
realm.
Makote walking animation. Oh, okay.
But in my headlong rush into imagined glory, I paid no heed to the ground upon which I trod. The salvation of Eorzea. What was it that I hoped to achieve? Did I believe that I could rid the realm of every danger and difficulty? That I could defeat the Empire and the Ascians, and find homes for every refugee? Oh, yes. I was so very clever. Become a guardian of Eorzea, I implored, and sat back to watch my perfect army cleanse the land of chaos. It was all but a means to feed my own vanity. Only when all is lost do I finally realize the truth.
Oh, Alphino.
So, Master Alphino, are you content to remain a broken blade? Is there no flame hot enough to reforge you?
Alphino actually starts becoming a good character
What of
finally
the
now that he's lost everything.
companions who yet stand
Whoa.
at your side?
Once he gets D-Sam Regaled.
Dare say the fires of their determination will soon have you slicing the air again with your customary wit.
I hardly deserve such friendship. And besides, where are we to go?
Alphino, if I may? Should this place not serve our purpose, then we shall go to Ishgard. Minfilia told me many times, as long as we stand fast against despair, the beacon of hope will never be lost to sight. Be it in the snow or in the clouds, we few will see that the dawn's light shines again.
If anything happens to Tatu, I will kill
You are
everyone in
right,
this room and
Tara.
then myself.
Thank you. And thank you for your kind words, Lord Orchefon. 'Tis true that Eorzea yet has her guardians. The Scions have achieved much, and 'twould be remiss of me to discard it all in a fit of self-pity. Let us then resume our journey, together, one step at a time.
The unending journey. Wink. Damn, they really just roll credits again right there. Thought there would be a bit more before then, but damn, that's that's the end of a Realm Reborn. I cannot imagine playing this when it came out and then having to wait for Heaven's Ward. It was what, like 8 months, or is that between 1 and 2? They're listing all 4 of the languages again. I mean, The last update for the current for Endwalker came out in January, and now the expansion's coming out in 2 days, 3 days. I wonder if that means that what's her name? Annalise, not Alice, the other girl, the one we were sent to meet. I wonder if she got murdered. .55 was the end of March, 3.0 was the end of June. Okay. Still, having to sit with this for 3 months. And just be like, oh fuck, we need Endwalker. We need Heaven's Ward now. But yeah, I mean, wow, this is such a stark contrast to how the main game ends. Then the main game ends on like the main story ends on such a hopeful note, and now it's like, oh, now shit's just like terrible. There's Gilgamesh's voice. Wonder why it's not listed on behind the voice actors. No clue. Yeah, I think they only really list the voices that were like relevant to this part of this game, because I think like the voiced NPCs from earlier on are not listed here. Whew. Gilgamesh's VA has no presence anywhere. Interesting. So the voice is specific to this game only. It doesn't match any of the other games at all. Looking up his name gets you politicians, wow. You ever see that one Japanese politician who, like, built his entire platform basically just being, like, a bitter, jealous bastard? And then when he was called out on his stupid practices, he broke down on TV. It's very pathetic. Is the D-pad to speed up the credits? Nah, I'm gonna let it ride. We only get this once. Makes me remember that I never actually watched the credits to Mr. Driller Drill Land. Because I was going to try to beat it again on stream and I never did. Oh man. That was 2020. That was 4 years ago that game came out. Yeah, I like these credits are very specifically referencing the patches and not the base game. It's kind of like, oh, well, you already did that, so, like, here's credits specifically for the post-game. I mean, that was a game in and of itself. Later, X.55 credits get unique art instead of just screenshots, so that's cool. You know, it'd be nice if they came with no frame drops. That would be really neat. I don't know why this is happening still. Actually, I wonder if these credits are updated, or if these are still as when they were when this patch came out. I imagine they're not updated, because this is probably a movie file. They would have to update the whole movie file, which is funny because, like, Smash Ultimate had to do that. I imagine that this is just the credits of who was working on the game at the time it came out. Because it would be kind of weird to add people in to like an earlier version if they weren't working on the game at that point. Endwalker credits are 30 minutes long with how many more people worked on that, plus all the collaborations, yeah. I have no idea. This was, it was good. Took a year and a half to get here, but I'm glad I did, because now when I finally resume this game again, it's going to be peak for quite a while. But yeah, it's finally over. A Realm Reborn is finally done. Collaborates make me wonder, because like you could still see Fender and the Fall Guy stuff when you're in a Realm Reborn, I guess. Well, we'll probably see. It's not gonna do the name scrolling thing again, is it? Like where you get to see all the people that beat it. I imagine that was only for the base game. Yeah, by the way, I'm sorry for all the frame drops now, like the last hour. Ever since I entered those cutscenes, it started getting bad again. I don't know what's causing it. It seems to be specifically when I stream 14 now. And I think it's because 14's taking bandwidth to stay online. Remember when Endwalker came out, the copyright symbol on the Fender logo and the credits was bugged out and there was an error symbol. I wonder if they got in trouble for that because of copyright legal stuff. Wasn't there a login error that didn't get fixed until Endwalker? Because it was just like a byte of data that was just like messed up, and they couldn't change it for whatever reason. It was real janky for a sec. It's still janky. Like there's almost nothing I can do about it. I don't know why. Some kind of weird back-end thing. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe by the time I come back for Heaven's Ward, it'll be different. But right now, it seems like FF14 is actually taking so much bandwidth on my wireless connection that like my computer just can't stream at full capacity. That Tatsu face, yeah, no. So sad. Tatsu is like one of my favorite characters. Pour one out. Literally pour one out for Nanamo. I mean, that does suck. I had a feeling it was gonna be that. I had a feeling she was gonna get offed. But the second I found that vial on the ground, I was like, oh fuck. I knew that's exactly what was gonna happen. And then the fact that Momodi told me to hold on to it, I'm like, something's not right here. I mean, I don't think Momodi obviously is not part of it, but the fact that it just so happens he said to hold on to it was like, oh, this is not going to turn out well for me. But yeah, Teleji Eledeji is fucking dead. Thank God. Did we see what happened to Reborn? Or did he just get knocked out? I don't actually remember what happened. There's art, actually. Oh, here, yeah. Yeah, that was both. That was at the same time both like the most satisfying moment of that whole quest, and also the most shocking. Incredible. Yeah, I don't remember Did we see what happened to Reborn at the end there? He didn't actually, we didn't see him die, right? He just got knocked back and then, Ishtola made like a barrier. Oh, he got arrested, okay. Sorry, a lot, oh, he's alive, okay. A lot went down there. That was a lot to, process. But yeah, this was a ride. I'm glad I did it. I know not everyone, I know a lot of people, like, kind of shit talk around Reborn and tell you to skip it and just read the ledger that you get, but, like, I don't know. I feel it was worth experiencing. Like, yeah, it dragged a lot, and I feel like there's absolutely still stuff they could have cut out, but I don't know. I don't feel like it would be worth skipping it if you didn't play it before. Don't recognize this art. Didn't realize we had a good look at what Hydaelyn looks like this early. She's very, like, old-school Final Fantasy, white, like, pure white character. That looks like, what's his name, Furion in the middle? Early design for at least, yeah. Well, this is art by Amano, yeah. Throat, please. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm glad I was able to finish this before Dawn Trail came out and fucks over the servers. As much as I would love to just dive right into Heaven's Ward, I think I need a good long break from this game because I have other stuff I want to stream. And as much as I love this game, I've been playing it for close to 8 days of time, which is like as much as you need to get rid of the Sprout icon. But you need to get to the end of Stormblood for that, so that's 2 expansions away still, and I've played that much already. So it will be a while before I come back for Heaven's Ward. I was thinking later this year, but I don't think it's going to happen because there's so much is coming out in October, September, and November now. Ooh, get slow, yeah. I'm just ready to take a break from it, because the thing is, when I come back, I'm not going to be able to go to Heaven's Ward right away if I want to do what I plan to do. I have to get Pugilist and Archer leveled up, so I could get Monk and Bard, and then get those to 50. And then I have to keep up with all of them, too. Like, I'm probably not going to keep up with every class, but definitely want to at least bring the ones that I've used up to the current area. Do you want to see the Heaven's Ward intro soon, or are you going to hold off until I start playing? I'm going to hold off. I'd rather just wait until I actually start it, because otherwise, like, it's gonna be too much. I'm just gonna be like, oh, I really want to play it now, and I'm gonna be like, no, I can't. Starting like a short part 1 of it now, and then part 2 is like a year from now. Like, could you imagine if I did that? That'd be so weird. I'm fine waiting. I'm fine waiting. I like, trust me, I would love to play it as much as the next person. Let me make that pop up. I just wanted to check to make sure everything looks okay. Volume's actually a little lower here. Oh, that's because it's a low part of the song, I guess. That skip right there was me, because I was adjusting the window. It's weird that, like, I could still move the icon in here, but, like, I've clicked out, so now I can move it out of the window. You know, though, actually, now that I'm playing with a controller, maybe I should set it so that I'm not, the cursor's not locked into the window. Because there's no reason for it to be anymore. I'm only going to be pulling out the mouse when I need it. So, I could probably just keep it without the edge lock on. So, I have mostly cleaned my room now. It is... The spot below the spot next to my computer is completely empty now. There's nothing there. Most of the stuff I had piled up over the last, like, 4.5 years, in my room has been moved into 4 storage boxes that are now upstairs. One of them's still down here. But the problem is, like, there's stuff in there that I just got. Like, I literally, I got an early birthday gift. It's actually these containers were one of the birthday gifts I got early. I got an early birthday gift of like a really neat wireless Bluetooth keyboard, but it's for my tablet, which I'm not really using right now. So that and the tablet are both packed into the storage container. All the vinyls I haven't put up yet are in there. It just feels weird to just start tossing all my shit up in the attic. But I don't know. I think this is the start of me probably leaning on the fact that I might have to consider, like, moving out and getting my own place soon, which I don't know how I'm ever going to afford that, but, you know, it is what it is. That said, I'll go into more detail about that tomorrow before I do Paper Mario. I'm gonna have a ramble tomorrow. I might have something to eat on stream as well. Look at all these people with just one letter as their last name. Lee J, Lee RQ, Gedge, Wang Lee, Wang LY, Wang Lee. That's very interesting. Why are they all like? Why are their last names all cut out? Unless that's their first name. And the last names are what's listed. I wonder if that's a weird thing from a company they outsourced to. Well, I mean, they all seem to have been from the same country, I'm assuming. So, yeah, it might just be a local thing. Maybe there's some form of forced anonymity. Man, damn, these credits are scrolling, though. You weren't kidding about this being long shit. We're getting the logos now, though, so we're at the end, yeah. That's how you know the credits are about to end. You start getting logos. (2010, 2013). Oh, never mind. We just got to the special thanks now. They update the copyright. There's something, though it was only updated to 2019. It said 2010 to 2013 on there. Which I'm assuming 2013 is when this patch came out. One of the earlier ones said 2019. Oh, interesting. Maybe they... Okay, you know what? Maybe... Is that when they cut back some of the earlier quests? That sounds like it's too early. It's also weird to think. How many expansions are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... And this is the 6th. So it took what? It took 11 years to do the base game and 6 expansions. Oh, here we go. Credits released 3/2015. Wait, so it wasn't updated. Or I guess it was partially updated? I don't know. That's so weird. So weird. Man.
All has been arranged as you desired, my lord.
Yeah, of course, Lolorito's fucking involved in this too. He was kind of the more quiet douchebag. Wow, we're still going here, huh? Okay. I feel nothing but sympathy for him. I don't feel pissed that he did what he did. Nabrialis is no more. The ardor was not his to invoke. His demise was of his own making. Oh, I can't not auto-do this. Nevertheless, it concerns me. They have extinguished that which should rightly be eternal. Mayhap he was not wholly mistaken. Greater haste may be warranted. We are of one mind. Northern lands, then? The earth is fertile and the seeds well sown. By my will they shall reap salvation unlike any the world has known. By his will. By his will. So many sequel hooks. I have answered thy summons, emissary. Speak and make thine intent known. Speak of fate, Archon. Yours, mine, the fate of this very star. Urianger, why? Why are you in league with the same people that you literally result in your wife, your girlfriend dying? God, why?
Thou thinkest sanctuary lieth beyond. Delusion, despair, death. Thou shalt find naught else here.
Just punch him. Shove him between those two blades on my staff. Eat him. He's right there. To preserve the dawn's light, the heroes journeyed north. Their hearts filled with hope and eyes fixed heaven's ward. Imagine being there for that when that first dropped and you were like 3 more months. My left arm. Oh, my controller shut off again? It's just been too long. The time for action has come and Alfino knows what he must do. Coming to Ishgard. Nah, we're gonna skip that. We ain't doing that right now. No matter how long it takes, I have faith we will find the others. Lady Yugiri's shinobi, Yurion J's intelligence, and my versatility. There's nothing we cannot do. I don't like this area because you can't jump on the table. You could jump on the chairs. Black books. Oh, look. I can do, I could do the next, Black Mage thing. Which would require me to go back to Danilin. So, just so I get this straight, I could still go back to all the previous areas. They don't care. It's just storyline related. I'm not supposed to be there, right? Like MSQ related. That'll take you to Ishgard, so you can't even really do much. Got it. Oh, okay. I was gonna say that. Why's he got a main quest too? We did it. We all did it. I mean, you helped me so much, Ayla. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I wouldn't have gotten through the coil without you. Where's Hug? I have Hug. Where is it? I like how even if I'm targeting someone, it doesn't, like... Cool. Alright, it's 3:30, so it's not... We don't have to cut it just yet. But, well, first and foremost... mouse settings. Limit mouse operation at game window. Okay, now it's just loose. Honestly, I think this is better now with the controller because I'm not going to be using the mouse that often. I only really need it to, like, quickly get in here and click stuff. So if I'm doing other stuff, it would be better just to drop it out. Wow, my stream speed dropped to 0 for a second, and again. And now, oh my god, this is terrible. Okay. Absolutely absolutely goonish behavior. We shall return. We shall all return. This is something I don't usually do in return to title screen. Yeah, it actually shows the Reborn title screen. Thank you. Yeah, this was great. This was great, and I'm glad I stuck through it. I cannot wait to see what Heaven's Ward has in store. But before I stop, I will show off a couple videos. Yeah, we're gonna look at those videos real quick. So let me prep that real quick here and see what we gotta pull up. Oh, I put the elevator music away. Damn it. Get that out of here. All right. This. Okay, so we have 4 things we're gonna watch here. 5 actually. I forgot there was one more thing. Okay, so we'll watch this. Hopefully these don't autoplay. Okay, good. Oh, we don't need that. I'm gonna go ahead and just turn that off. Okay, Steps of Faith, original version, login, original version. That's my stream thing. I don't want to get rid of that. That'll stop the stream if I do. Legacy character intro, legacy ending. All right, let's arrange these by the order which we want to watch them here. Okay. Alright. Yeah, the stream rate is still... Actually, no, I guess it's stabilized. I don't know, I can't really tell. Firefox capture. Okay, so... We got a couple videos here. This first one is the version 1.0 trailer for 14. That full screen. I'm just gonna open chat on my thing, because this shows a lot of what happens that ties into A Realm Reborn, like the whole thing with Midgard-Stormer. It's kind of the main thing here. Apparently, like 5 cutscenes have difference. The Cid one, the opening and ending ones are the important ones. I can imagine the Cid cutscene is way different. My title screen always matches the expansion you're in. I wish it did as well, yeah. Okay.
How long must we wait? I grow weary of the company.
The feeling, my dear, is mutual.
Aha!
Why's the bar still there?
No job is too daunting as long as the coin is good.
Bah, you'd sell your own mother if the coin was good.
My father, too. Now quiet down and help me decide.
I've no particular preference.
And why does that not surprise me?
Choose as you will, Midlander.
This beast
Our
in a
fate.
Stained glass cards.
Look out! He's right on top of us!
So fascinating to look at. It looks so different from the other cinematics, yeah. Leave quests were actually a bigger thing in 1.0. That's what those are. Ah. I barely touched those. Stinky breath plant. Man, how did 1.0 do so badly with an opening trailer like this? These are all the same characters that show up in the end of the Era cinematic too. Oh, cool. Like the basic A Realm Reborn or the basic 2.0 opening. Not the Realm Reborn specific one, but like just the video at the top. Neat. Haha, elemental weaknesses were a thing back then, yeah. Kind of realizing that system wouldn't really work out nowadays in this game. Man, they had that much trouble taking down a Marlboro? Really? You guys got to get on my level. Kind of Guardian ships are really cool. Shame we barely get to see them now. Yeah. I was like wondering what the hell these things are. This is wreckage mostly. Yeah. dragons out of the sky. Where the Father of Dragons died from that, of all things, but yeah. So that explains why Midgard-Stormer was in the lake like that. It was all a vision.
Who's returned from his reverie.
So nice of you to join us again.
Well, don't keep us in suspense.
This one. We'll start with this one.
Ah, he speaks.
Can we go now?
Yeah, it ended with me falling off a ship and plummeting my death. I'm sure this will turn out well.
Let us give the bard something to sing about.
If only they knew. If only they knew. Alright, what do we got next? So there are two... Well, there's more than two, but these are the two that Ayla has given me here. I don't know what area that's supposed to be that they were in. It honestly kind of just looked like a bar. It looked kind of like the Quicksand, except just beta Quicksand. So there's a special intro and a special ending if you play as a character that if you had a character during 1.0 and then played in A Realm Reborn, which I didn't do since I played this game well after 1.0 ended. A bar around an aetheryte? Yeah, I don't know. That's a weird looking aetheryte too. It was like multiple crystals. This is a little loud. Pump. Looks like Aetherite's doing Doma much later. Oh, interesting. Guessing we can't make this any, yeah, it's already 720p. It's like my stream, it's like my streams of this game. 720p, but it looks like Vaseline smeared ass. This was uploaded 11 years ago as well, yeah. gonna move the mouse out of the way, dude. Why does it have to be dead center in the screen? Power of book. Oh, I know that spot. That's the spot where Hildebrand launched off into the sky.
At the Battle of Carteneau, as fire rained down from the heavens, Archon Louis Soir invoked the power of the Keeper and sent his fellow heroes into an ethereal rift beyond the reach of the devastation. 5 years since that fateful day. Since the 7th Umbral Era changed the world forever. The time has come for the heroes to return. On a windswept isle in the southwestern corner of the realm.
Okay, so they're going to Limsa as their starting city,
Amidst the roiling waves of the Rotano Sea lies the maritime city-state of Limsa Lominsa.
What exactly is different from the original, from like the normal version of this opening?
To this haven for bandits and brigands, cutthroats and curs, seekers of both freedom and fortune, comes a lone adventurer. Lone yet not alone, for the hero's arrival has drawn the gaze of the nation's patron deity, Lim Lane.
What's the same as if you can see the time travel thing in the dialogue about how that happened.
What realm-shaking fate has she descried in the churning waters of this mortal's future?
It doesn't help that I started in Ul'dah, so like none of this cutscene is familiar to me.
Through peril and hardship, discovery and triumph, may the navigator guide this brave soul on his life's voyage. Till sea swallows all.
Dude looks high as a kite. Also, this guy's new, but you could have started in full level 50 armor here. Really. That's interesting. Alright, next we have Realm Reborn Legacy Ending. So this is if you beat do the final 7th Umbral Era quest with a character from 1.0. There's a similar scene, normally, but like...
My lady, all Twin Adder units have fallen back to the outer perimeter.
The Flames have completed their withdrawal, General.
Colors are kind of fucked in this video, but the others were too long with other stuff.
All hands accounted for.
Yeah, why is it so saturated? I was gonna say that, yeah, the colors are a little weirdly like saturated.
Sid, has there been no word?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
I shouldn't close these videos because I don't need to credit people when I upload this.
She's going to make it, I know she is.
Ida is right. We must have faith.
Cid, can they not be evacuated aboard the Enterprise? That adventurer and the Scions are as the Warriors of Light reborn. We cannot abandon them to their fate. Not again.
I wholeheartedly agree, but flying into the midst of that would only add to the fireworks.
There must be something we can do.
Please, Mother Hydaelyn. Please light her way through the darkness.
Yeah, this is all the same. I remember this all from the original version of the ending.
Look into the light, my child.
When you're running the Magitech armor out.
See thy companions return safe to thee. Reach out to them now.
It's her! I feel her presence. Can it be? Is it really her?
I knew it! I knew it all along!
Who speaks? The crystal. She calls to us.
Oh, they all just get brain blasted.
The voice of Hydaelyn herself.
She speaks of... Strike me down! No wonder she seemed familiar. She's one of the Warriors of Light. What are you smirking at, Cid? You knew, didn't you?
Oh, you mean our adventurer friend? Did I forget to mention she was one of the Warriors of Light?
Yeah, I guess it would make sense that he knew about it.
You know, twice.
Since you have that whole cutscene with him earlier.
The shroud is lifted. They remember you.
Yeah, the memory stuff in this is weird. It's like weird that it's like very specifically the Warriors of Light who were forgotten.
Oh!
Yeah, now this is exactly how the original normal version plays out.
Our Warrior of Light.
Yes! The hero returns!
They barely acknowledge that memory thing again since they gotta keep the same for everyone. It's funny though because it's implied that, you know, Cid realizes it the entire time, so... That means that Cid just kind of keeps it a secret in the normal version now.
Welcome home.
That was pretty cool. Alright, next we have... oh, this is only 5 minutes long? Really? Wow, I thought this would be a lot longer.
Hello everyone, Mr. Happy here, and welcome to my guide for the steps of faith.
No,
the
alright,
newest
well...
main story trial added in patch 2.55.
We're not going to listen to this
enter
whole
trial,
thing,
you
but
must
this
have
is
a
the
hero
original
level
version of
of
Steps of
90
Faith.
And have unlocked it via the main healing and being reset from scratch. If you die during this instance, it's also recommended that you just return and run back to the fight, instead of sitting there waiting for a raise. Vishap himself has very few attacks. He has a few conal AoEs and a giant AoE stun.
Vishap,
The most threatening
yeah.
thing he can do is step on you, which does massive damage and knocks you back.
Oh, you can actually walk up to him in this. In the original, you just couldn't like move
It's
far
mostly
enough.
the ads you have to worry about, really. There's a lot of them, and they all use abilities standard to the type of dragon that they are. Basically, you've seen all these enemies in Stone Vigil hard mode before. They all do the exact same thing. Make sure you assign one tank to pull the ads under Vishap between his front two legs. Don't get stepped on. You can use two tanks if you want to, but the other tank is better off doing damage to Vishap or helping with the other mechanics. This will make the ads easy to kill once I explain the main mechanic of the fight. The ads sometimes run away and attack NPCs, so just do
Meryl
your best
Kodak
here.
in the corner
So behind
there.
where you spawn into the arena, you'll notice several cannons. These cannons operate very similarly to the ones in Stone Vigil hard mode. The first attack they have does 2k damage to anything it hits, so you want to use this attack to AoE down the ads, and if you're positioning them properly, it'll also deal damage to the boss. The second attack is a stun, which only works on the adds. It can be used to stun the mobs, especially the turtle mob that spawns when he does his giant AoE, although regular stuns do work on the turtle as well. And the third attack places a puddle that reduces enemy movement speed on the ground. This isn't too useful with all the adds just being under the boss, though the NPCs do recommend that you use it to slow down the bias that run up to the cannons and attack them and just ignore the tank. You don't have to do this really, you can just kill the bias with the cannon blasts. At the start of the instance, assign 2 players to man the cannons every time they become available. Optimally, it can be done by the tank not on the adds and one of the healers, since as long as you avoid the AoEs, there really isn't enough damage to warrant utilizing both tanks and healers.
I mean, that's obviously not in the redone version where you're constantly getting pushed back against the barrier.
Of course, if your group is struggling, feel free to rearrange who has what duty. Just have them spam their one attack to mow down the adds. When Vishap goes to do a clonal AoE to the cannons, step away from them a few seconds early. Even if you avoid Vishap's AoE, the cannons explode from the damage and do about 5,000 to 6,000 damage.
Oof.
If there are no more cannons behind, then focus on finishing off the adds and full DPS on Vishap until he breaks
weird
the ward.
TP bar that I know nothing
After he kills
about.
the first ward, 2 more cannon sets will spawn. Between these 2 cannon sets, you'll notice a tower on the side with a giant harpoon gun at the top.
Okay, this is
You can use
something...
this Dragon Slayer harpoon a single time to deal 70,000 damage to the boss. Its range is indicated by an orange AoE circle in the middle of the bridge. Assign 1 player to activate it at about the time you see in this video, and it should hit. This should be a different player from whoever's manning the cannons.
See, that's cool. I wish they would have kept that. The cannon part, fuck that, but the harpoon part would have been neat. To have as like a quick like required thing to do instead of it being like an optional missable attack.
Wait until he starts charging up a giant rectangular AoE. When this happens, have both players assigned to the cannons press the nearby snares. This will chain Vishap down and make him a sitting duck for the Dragon Slayer harpoon. After the third ward is destroyed, there's going to be powder kegs littered across the path. Now you want to keep the adds off the kegs, but keep them nearby the kegs. When the kegs explode, Vishap and the adds will take a big chunk of damage. There is also one last Dragon Slayer.
It definitely seems a little too involved.
Still not dead by now.
But
use it along with the snares to ensure it hits. Also, you can either use the single target limit break to deal more damage to Vishap, or you can use the mage limit break to kill all the adds along with him.
Oh yeah, having the limit break too, that's completely different.
Now, I would like to mention
since
that
it wasn't a solo duty.
Bit less HP than turn 8. So it is possible to just run 1 tank, 1 healer, and 6 DPS and just zerg him down if you're doing this with friends or a free company. It probably won't work out that way in the duty finders.
StarCraft reference? This is zerg him down?
Just throwing that idea out there.
Zerg rush.
Thank you for watching. Be sure to like, favorite, subscribe, and share for all the latest Final Fantasy XIV information, news, guides, whatever it is you need. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, take care.
Thanks, Mr. Happy 21227. I did not mean to pick that. Good song, but no, we're not doing that. Anyway, we got one more thing to watch here.
Thou didst profit much by her grace, but no more.
That's such a great mod. Just the way it, just like the way it awkwardly floats down is really good.
I shall watch, listen, and wait.
Incredible. Thank you for that, Ayla. Is this still working? Yeah, it is. Wow. That actually did not crash once this whole stream. Cool. Well, it is 4:02 now, which is pretty much exactly when I expected to finish up dancing. So I'm gonna stop here because I've got stuff I gotta do before I go to bed, and I gotta clean up a little bit. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for sticking with me throughout all of Realm Reborn. I know it's wasn't the best this game has to offer, but hey, it was really fun and I enjoyed it. And thank you again, Ayla, for all the help and everything you sent me and all that stuff. I appreciate it. We'll definitely play more off-stream at some point. I definitely want to do the roguelike mode. Palace of the Dead. But for tonight, I'm going to end it. I will be back tomorrow night. Paper Mario. We'll be doing Chapter 7. I also did a lot off stream, so I got to go over that. We'll do a ramble tomorrow, too, because I got some stuff I want to talk about, like, a bit. Be playing all day tomorrow again. If you have time to join me, then I'm going to be working, probably. And I'm going to be busy until I stream, likely. I don't know. We'll see. It's alright. We could do it some other... We could do it... Once you finish Dawn Trail's MSQ, maybe we'll think about it. I'll think about it. When I get back from vacation. I don't want to touch the game right now. I think I'm done. I think I'm thoroughly done with it. But yeah, I'll be here tomorrow with Paper Mario. Let me know when you're free before your sub expires. Hopefully DTQ won't be too bad. It's fine. If my sub expires, I'll just resub. I only just stopped it now because I don't have any reason to keep it going while I'm going to be away. Because it's going to expire the moment I get back from vacation. So, yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. I will not be here Wednesday night. Wednesday night, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm just going to keep myself free. Thursday will be more Paper Mario. Friday, Saturday, I will not be here. Next Sunday will be the start of Mega Man Star Force 3 for the 15th US anniversary, which is the end. We're finally at the end of that series. And Monday of next week will probably be the demo night that I had planned. I have a bunch of Steam demos I want to play. Plus, I want to play Sayonara Wild Hearts, which is apparently only an hour long, so maybe I could squeeze it into that stream. And then we'll have one more stream on Tuesday, and then I'll be gone for a week. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. Gonna be packed. But thank you so much for coming. If you want to watch more streams, you can check the suggested streamers on my profile. Doesn't look like anyone's really streaming right now, so I'm just gonna let this go. All right, take care, everyone. You all have a great evening. Thank you so much, as always, and we'll return with more Final Fantasy 14 at some point, maybe. But maybe first Kingdom Hearts. Who knows? Bye bye.